Timmy. What's up, guys? Timmy here, and today I'm bringing you a short guide on how to play Halo Combat Evolved for the PC on split screen. I know that a lot of you all seen my video where I was actually playing Halo on split screen for the PC, and I mentioned in that video that if enough of you were interested that I would make a guide for you all. So here's the guide. I've had a lot of people contact me, and I feel like the community would really appreciate seeing how to do this. So first of all, let me grab this right quick. Okay, Halo Combat Evolved. We're going to snap this over here. Alright, perfect. So first thing you're going to need to do is install a program called DXWND or DXWind. I will leave a link in the description for you. And another program called SandBoxie. That's SandBoxie. I will leave a link in the description for you as well for that one. With these two programs, we should be able to load two instances of Halo that are pretty much ignorant of each other's existence. So I'll show you how to set that up right quick. So once you have DXWND installed, you have your Halo game installed and running properly. Open up your DXWND and you will see this window without the halo.exe in it. It will be basically blank. Find your halo.exe file, drag it over to your DXWND, and it will then add that target into your DXWND. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is click Do Not Notify on Task Switch. That's kind of what allows us to do this without the controllers really knowing each other or interfering with each other. Also, I like to do No Banner. I think that it's supposed to remove the title bars from each of the games. I'm not sure if it works correctly right now, but there is another program that will allow you to do that perfectly. If I can think of it by the time I upload this video, I will put it in the description for you all. After that, those two options are basically the only options that you need to check, but we do need to change the position in which the Halo will load, because if we don't change the position, both instances of Halo will load on top of each other, and that won't be very fun to play. So what you do is you can either come down and find the position that you want manually with the XY position and then the width and height being the size of your window, or you can drag a window somewhere that you like with the size that you like. You can click in this little box here and then select that window by highlighting the title bar, and that will create the position and the size for your Halo once it's loaded. So go ahead and click OK. I'm going to click cancel because I've already done this myself. After you click OK, you will have an option or an entry that looks like this. Double click on it to make sure that it's going to load your Halo properly and make sure that the Halo loads in the correct position and size. So as you can see, it's loading right where we want it to be. It's the correct size, and it seems to be loading up just fine. We'll skip through here, and right now I am checking out my Xbox One S mini controller, and it seems like it's functioning just right. I actually set up the settings for this controller earlier by going into control setup and then putting in the controls there. That's what you'll need to do for your controller. So once you have your controller set up for this one, we're going to call this Halo Player 1. Go ahead and just exit. You can go ahead and just quit out, and you're pretty much done setting up that one. So what you're going to need to do next is find your DXWND wherever you installed it at. I'll go find mine right quick, and right click on DXWND, and you'll notice after you installed SandBoxie that you'll have an option that says Run Sandboxed. Now when you run something sandboxed, it's like running that program in its own little special space that's separate from your computer. So after you run DXWind Sandbox, I'm not going to do it now because I already have, you'll notice that it'll pop up like this, and it'll have these little hashtags, these pound symbols, whatever you want to call them, next to the title in the window. And that's how you know that something is ran in sandbox mode. You'll also notice that in the sandbox mode, you'll probably already have a Halo entry with a white circle. Now, ignore that entry. That's for player 1. We're not going to use that at all in the sandbox version of DXWind. But we are going to add a player 2. So basically, you do the exact same method that you did with player 1. you go back to your Halo installation, you drag it over to the sandbox version, you check the things, and then if you would like to put it on the right side of your screen like I've got, you just snap another window over to that side. You click back on your DXWin, make sure it's the sandbox version. And you'll notice that it's got the hashtags up here. Make sure you constantly keep an eye out for the hashtags. That's how you know that you're working with the sandbox Player 2 version. Do everything that you did with the first Halo, but this time you're going to select this window over here, and that'll make Player 2 pop up on your right side of your screen. Once you do that, you'll have Player 1 here, Player 2 here, and you can go ahead and start both of them at the same time. We'll double click Halo on this one. They should both start to load. On Player 2, you're probably going to have to configure a separate controller just like you did with the first one. Don't worry about that. Just do it and do it as normal, and everything should work out. So right now I have Player 2 Halo selected, so I'm moving with my Xbox 360 wireless controller on Player 2. Alright, now that I've got it working, I'm going to go ahead and Alt-tab back to Player 1. Sure. Okay, now we're on Player 1. And now I'm moving to Player 1 with my Xbox One S Mini. Or Xbox One Mini. So now I'm going to go and start a game up. Now I will tell you that I've noticed that Player 1, for some reason, it does not like to let Player 1 host the server. But if you use Player 2 that's in the sandboxed version, it seems to create the servers with no problem. So I'm going to go ahead and create game, create LAN, Slayer on longest, all that stuff looks fine. I'll go ahead and start the game. As you see, that says network server started just fine. I'm moving around with my controller on the right side. Now on the left side, I'm going to go to multiplayer, and you could do this with keyboard with one player, a keyboard and mouse with one player, and a controller with one player, whatever you want to do, whatever works best for you all. So I'm going to go ahead and join game, and that's on LAN. There you'll see my LAN is right there, my LAN game. Select it, go ahead and click join. And I'm going to get my son to come over here for just a second to play with one of the controllers. That way you can see that both of them are moving independently, and there's no tricks going on here. Here you go. Come here, buddy. Alright, he's just going to move around a little bit. We're going to move around. If I get to him, I'll probably shoot him a little bit just to let you see that there's really no delay in the latency of the controller. And like you could easily play a legitimate game together.
Between bad and good, and I'm bad.
You're not bad, buddy. The controller that he's using is not set up correctly, so the buttons and stuff are not all correct, so he can't really play at all. So yeah, he can shoot me. See, he can hit me. We can all move around independently. So, and you can still get upset when you get killed. But that's pretty much it, guys. I wanted to show you that the controllers work separately from each other. I want to do a quick short guide on how to set it all up. Hopefully it was informative. Hopefully I explained everything well enough, and hopefully I wasn't speaking too fast, because sometimes I do tend to do that. But if you all did enjoy it, if you have any questions, if there's anything else that you need help with at all, make sure that you just drop them down in the comment sections, or you can direct message me on YouTube. I've noticed a bit of growth in my channel lately, and it's a little bit exciting, so I'm going to try to start making a lot more content to upload for you all. So if you have anything that you would like to see that you think that I could help you out with, don't hesitate to message me, and I'll see what I can do. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a great day. See ya.